feel like me personally, once I had my youngest, I feel like I've gradually lost the ability to mask in a lot of ways, which I have a lot of conflicting feelings about depending on the day, minute to minute, honestly. Because, like, sometimes I feel relief about it because I'm not as overwhelmed, overstimulated, stressed out, and much more balanced and regulated since not masking nearly as much and being more my authentic self and being honest with people about my capabilities and just who I am, how I'm wired. But then I also get kind of frustrated because I'm not nearly as, I don't know if I want to say put together, productive. Well, no, I'm not able to do as much as I used to be. Because I think too, now that the anxiety and the panic and the stress isn't driving a lot of what I do, I don't feel that way anymore. So there's not this like urgency or panic to be high achieving like I used to. People think that I like act more autistic now. I just can't hide it like I used to. I'm not as willing to push myself to the point of overwhelm, overstimulation, shutdowns, meltdowns, because it feels really bad. I don't want to do that to myself, especially when I don't absolutely have to. I think I do have the ability to mask in certain situations to certain degrees for small periods of time, but it also takes a lot out of me. It takes so much out of me that the next day it feels like I'm coming down with the flu. It feels like I have a hangover, even though I didn't have any mood, mind altering substances. Physically and mentally, I'm fully depleted. If you don't experience these kinds of things, I think it would have to be pretty hard to wrap your head around how deeply we experience this and how hard it is. And so knowing that, it's pretty hard to willingly push myself like I used to, knowing that that's what's going to happen afterwards, because I can't function until probably 5 or 6 the next day. I can't afford to do that at this point in my life. I can't control it. It's my body's response. Like I said, I can't really tell the difference between those two feelings of a social hangover that feels like I'm coming down with the flu and actually getting sick. Because during the last CrossFit Open, the last workout, I thought that I had a social hangover and that's why I was so weak and I felt like I had the flu. But it turns out I actually had COVID, but I couldn't tell the difference. So that's how deeply we feel these things. Then remember, the first time I had my anaphylaxis allergic reaction, the first few minutes of it, I thought that I was having an autistic sensory meltdown because I was wearing a tight lace shirt I knew would be a sensory nightmare, but it was really cute, so I forced myself to wear it. Just so happens that I had an anaphylaxis allergic reaction, so I tried to talk myself through it as though it was an autistic sensory meltdown. Eventually, I was like, I'm not fighting with my brain anymore. I'm just going to change my shirt. I'm giving in. It is what it is. And then I realized I was blowing up like Mrs. Puff on SpongeBob. Whole body was beet red, and the allergic reaction was moving very quickly. So yeah, our sensitivities are very real. And just because people can't see from the outside how I'm experiencing things on the inside doesn't make it any less real.